Well, I'll tell you the story about the Bofors. Uh, we saw an ad I was living in New York then for about 3 years, and I saw that Interims was, no, it was Val Forget was selling the Bofors guns. He'd gotten about 50 of them. He'd just gotten them in, and the Val told me about it, and I went down there, and I went spent a whole day going through all of them, and there were about 30 or 40 of them. I found serial number 1, and I bought that, and then I found we bought 2 more. One was number 38, and one was number 41. And we bought these guns for $200 each. There was no paper or anything on those days. And I bought piles of shells, and the shells were like 50 cents each, the complete 37 millimeter round. So we bought as many shells as we could possibly buy, and we rented a big panel truck, a friend of mine and I, and we took these guns and we took them all to upstate New York. And we used to shoot them, and we used to bring them over. Oh no, one went to upstate New York in the Adirondack. No, my 2 went to upstate New York in the Adirondack Mountains. I had to go through New York City to get them up there, and the other one went up to up to Rochester, New York.
Okay.
And we used to shoot them. God, did we shoot those. We had 1,000 37 millimeter shells, and we just kept banging them off in the middle of the winter when there was nobody in the Adirondacks, because it was a vacation area. But we have property there, and we'd set that gun up and shoot down trees on the mountain. And I remember knocked down 10 dead trees off the side of the mountain. They all fell down with 10 shots. I thought that was pretty good shooting.
Nice.
And of course, the shells were solid, to my knowledge. They were solid. We had solid projectiles, but when they hit, they did a lot of damage. But we used to do a lot of shooting where we had the sights for them. We had the big armor shields. We had the spare parts kit chests. Each one had a beautiful spare parts chest with everything. They had an insert barrel. They had a special cartridge that held a .303 round. It was like a shell, and you shoved it in, but it fired a .303. And I don't know why .303, but that did. And then we had a subcaliber cartridge, a subcaliber barrel that was long, and that was locked in at the base and at the muzzle. It was held rigid, and it fired a 6.5 Swedish ball round. And we used to practice shooting that at a target using the sight. We'd have a big target up. It was quite accurate with a 6.5. That's a training device for teaching accuracy.
Right.
We had that accessory. We had the optical sights. We had all the spare parts. We even had blank firing, a drill purpose, a firing pin that didn't have a tip on it. We could put that in for practice drill, so you wouldn't accidentally fire something. And all that. We had 3 sets of these, and those went with the guns. I don't know where the number 1 is in Colorado. I don't know where the other one went.